Yeah, I love the approach of nose to tail because using the whole animal is the most important thing and all those different cuts. But if you're doing it en masse, you want to use really slow cooking and fast cooking, separate them at the beginning of the process, and then you can make your venison cigars and your venison ragu from the slow, and then you can have your carpaccio or your tartare or your pink carved steak meat from the fast cooking, and those are your options. Obviously you could go deeper into each recipe, but those are the sort of rituals of using the whole animal process, nose to tail cookery, that I use not just with venison, but with lamb, with beef and with pigs. We have to be adaptable to what's there in season, certainly focusing on the wild food. And if we're specific about venison, there are millions of them in this country. 2 million. And they need to be controlled, like anything. They were brought in by the Romans, and then they got back in by the Royal English family who wanted to hunt them, and then they escaped from the parklands, and ever since then they've just grown and grown in numbers. And the countryside farmers and landowners need to protect their fields, their trees, their crops, and stalkers go out there and shoot them. And there's obviously a strict seasonal shooting rules that you have to shoot the right animal at the right time of year, so not in rutting and not when they're pregnant, but there's plenty of time to eat a lot of venison.
You know, Oliver's saying that the seasons move back and forwards. That is farming, and because the kitchens are so adaptable with their menus to when things can come on, when they are ready, then it doesn't matter. Everybody locally down here is out there to make the best product, to make sure it's ripe, to make sure that not cutting corners just to get it on the menu because chef says it's got to go on November 1st. That's not how it works.
And we take that traceability really seriously because on our menus we have, you know, Dunsfold carrots or Chillingfold kale, and we can tell our guests which field it comes from, and therefore it's full traceability from the field to the plate.
We've got the shed in Notting Hill. We then moved in 2014 down to Chelsea, and we opened Rabbit on the King's Road. A little later, we opened Sussex in Soho. Later on, we opened the Black Lamb in Wimbledon Village. And then finally, but by no means least, last year we opened the Pig's Ear in Chelsea. An old drinking spot from Oliver and I. When we both started the shed, we would cycle back from Notting Hill down to Battersea, hoping to stop in at the Pig's Ear on our way.
Hopefully when a guest leaves one of our restaurants and they've had a delicious meal, their taste buds are singing to themselves because they've had an explosion of amazing, delicious things that they've eaten, and full of Sussex wine. And I hope they also leave flying the flag of sustainability and inspired to create that journey and be part of the journey that we committed to and that we serve in our local and wild restaurants.